Hi everyone! So today I'm going to do two little landscapes. I find like the fruit and veg that I've been doing, the little, they're not studies, the little paintings I should say, have been doing really well. So I'm very happy about that, and I thought, oh, what about if I do a few landscapes? So that's what I'm going to do today. Now the paper I'm working on, ew, I really don't like when I worked on this paper, but I've got about 3 sheets, quite big sheets. I think it's about, I don't know, 65 or by 85 centimeters, something like that, of the Canson. And it's like the smooth paper. Oh, look at my face. That's not a good start, is it? Anyway, let's see if we can get something that works on this paper. I wanted to show you the pastels that I've pulled out. Let me just flip you around. So we've got some Mount Vision pastels, some beautiful greens. They're kind of more on the dull neutral side with some browns, sky colors. I've got my dark Sennelier green in there, Terry Ludwig's just in case. And I thought, let's crack these out because I'll show you the marsh. We're doing a marsh, by the way. They have got quite a lot of these browny, gold, ambery sort of colors. And then, of course, the beautiful floral set from Giraud. So let's just get this. Okay. So as I said, this is called Moonstone, is the color of the Canson paper. So I cut it down. It's small. It's 15 centimeters by 18 centimeters. And this is the little image we're going to be working from. Now, I generated this using the AI program. I've been having so much fun with this. And the last painting I did, so I've done, well, how many? I've done 3 paintings now using the AI. And I've loved how they've turned out. So for me, it's a great tool. I don't feel like I'm cheating. I did in the beginning, and I want to see how, if I can get this landscape to do well. Now, this doesn't mean I shouldn't be out painting from real life. Of course, that is the best way to learn. But I'm having so much fun with this AI. And as I said, things are turning out really, quite nicely. So I'm happy. I'm still going to set up my own still lives. Yes, of course. I'm still going to go out and when it's summertime, do a lot more plein air painting. All of that. But I'm having fun with the AI. It's just so easy. Don't have to worry about copyright and all those things. Okay, so let's go. So, I chose this because A, it's quite simple. And it's the reflection of the water. And it's this beautiful sunshine. I'm not really interested in the trees. It's the water. That's the star of the show. So let's get our horizon line in. I'm just taking, it's like an ochre pastel, and I want to map in this water roughly. Now I've got to remember, I've got some trees here, which I will put those in. And we've got a little back layer of trees all along there. Then our sun is sort of there with some cloud. And then we've got all our grasses. I wonder if you can even see that. I probably should have chosen something darker. Anyway, let's see how we go. I'm going to start with the sky. I've got to remember that this paper, you cannot get the layers that you can get on pastel mat. So, look at that. It literally, it just smudges all over the place. So I've got to be really careful. And I've got to remember to not get too excited. I can in this very top here because I know I'm not going to bring another color into the top. But yeah, this paper fills up really quickly, as you can see. Oh, and by the way, I'm working on the smoother side. Excuse me. I'm not going to put as many clouds in here. But I just don't like, I think it's too busy. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna put this like turquoisey color in here. I actually think we can go a bit more yellow. Actually, let me bring it up in here and here. Look at me, I may not even do any clouds. Look how quick and easy it is to get your layers on nice and smooth and out of focus. But you know what that means? That means struggle to get your not layers, what am I talking about? To get your layers. Yes, it is layers that I'm talking about. Goodness, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Now the color, I know what I should have. I didn't pull out any lights for the sun, which was a boo-boo. So now I'm having to get my yellows. It's grey 27 from Unison that I'm after. Well, that was easy to find, yay. And let's go around. Ooh. It's kind of like high sun. Now the clouds. Let's get a few in, I suppose. Ooh. Like I said, I've got to be careful now. And I don't want to make green. Let's just go here a little bit. Yeah, we're not after green. That's ain't pretty. Kind of just scuffling this a little bit. I don't want too many clouds though, you know. Excuse me. As you can see, I'm not really following the reference photograph very well. Okay, I've got to try to get these shapes to look a bit more like a cloud, because at the moment they ain't looking cloud. I don't know what they're looking like. Let's get some of the darker. Actually need. See, I'm not very good at pulling out what I should be. Let's try this. In terms of colors, I'm just like, you know, I forgot about bringing in the colors of the clouds. I just forgot. There's a bit here and maybe there. Now let's take some of our grey 27, and again we need to reiterate this. Alright, I'm going to leave that for the minute, but I kind of need to put in just, you know what I don't have and what I forgot to use is some greys, and I've totally lost. So I'm putting this in. It's a blue from Giraud. I want to lighten that. with this looks like a good color to lighten with. This is, oh, can't see, 643. I mean, it's quite dark in the reference photograph, but I think it will work better lighter. Because you know, as things go back into the distance, they get lighter. So, and I'm going to add a bit more of this turquoisey color here. And here. And here. Let's see what happens if we mush. I don't like that line of like up here. I'm like, oh, that does not look good. I'm just trying to want soft lines, except where the clouds are. I may have to come back in and do those again. Okay, kind of looks like the ocean. Okay. I mean, this is pretty dark in here. Sorry, I'm going to go with the green. 179. May do that. It's actually more blue over there. And this is pretty dark at the bottom. Okay. Got to watch these shapes, because that at the moment's looking like I don't know what. Needs to be more of a block. And then you can come in with the greens. Maybe you need some greens with even more yellow in them. That was a little Mount Vision. This is 238. I use this dark Terry Ludwig here. No idea what the number is. Especially down here. Then I need to go back in with more of a zingy green. So this is Mount Vision, what is it, 800. But it's, I need a green. I'll tell you what I need. Yeah, that's wrong. I need a yellow green. Let's try 60. Alright, and I'm going to go with this ochre yellow. Sort of colour. I need to go back in the dark. Terry Ludwig. This is too big here. And here. Okay. Fiddle, fiddle till you get it right. Yeah, this is a terrible line that I got in here. I'm sorry. But I was anxious to mess it up. Okay, so we got like little grass patches here and up here. And it goes there. And there's here Oh, that was a bit too long. Oh, this colour, by the way, is flesh ochre. That's pretty dark. I might even need to go darker. I'm going to go with the same Terry Ludwig that I used in there. Trying to squint my eyes to kind of see. Oh, it's got a nice point on this one. Squinting my eyes to try and see. This goes all the way there. To try and see tell you what, I don't like the colour of this distant. I think it needs to be more purple. You know, have a purple hue to it rather than, I think, that weird blue I put in. But the reason I put the blue was, well, there's so much gold. So this is a nah, a bit too dark. Let's go a bit lighter. These are Art Spectrum Extra Soft. See, I thought the blue works nicely with the gold colours. Oops, I got a bit on my other piece of paper here. Okay, now these fields, they're going to go more straight. And then let's put a little bit of this light. These are the Art Spectrum. So this shape, when you see this shape, it's the Art Spectrum Extra Soft, and it's the skin tones. I really enjoy these pastels, but I tend to forget about them and not use them that often. I'm glad I remembered. So amongst these fields, there is lighter fields. Then it gets kind of like parts of here are greeny. So let's go with Mount Vision number 420. And here's like Marshland green. Let's put a bit of green in there. And here. Okay, the paper. What am I thinking about this paper? It's not so bad. It's different, you know, to what I'm used to. But I guess I can only really make that judgment when I look at the finished piece. So far, I don't hate it as much as I remember that I hated it. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, so this is a mistake. We've got mistakes sitting there, and I don't know if I should do it darker or keep it lighter. But I know something needs to change in that background. Nah, I think I want to keep it lighter. I'm going to take a blue violet, I think. What about this colour? This is called purple blue. No. What about this one? This is a Mount Vision as well. But that's definitely more purple. This is deadpan straight here. So I need to fix that. My horizon line isn't straight. I'm gonna have to put in some, so it looks like tree going on there. And this gets greeny. I've got this green here, which is number 792. I'm going to actually see if any of the neutrals, I feel that blue's just too blue, you know, so let's grey it down a bit. This is the neutrals from Caran d'Ache, not Caran d'Ache, Jack Richardson. Oh, see, I'm bringing the colour from the layer up in there because the pastel is just sitting on the surface now. Alright, let's carry on with our marshland. I'm going to have to fix this little doo-doo going on there. But I don't want to deal with the sky when my fingers are all really quite dirty. So let's go back into the grasses. I'm kind of just thinking now, let's put some of these, and I'm making sort of marks like this, you know, be flickerings of, there's some in the water here, some here, down at the base of this. What about adding some of this really awesome, actually let's try some of this brown ochre, number 110, and let's put a bit of this in. I don't think I'm going to do the lily pads. Doesn't make sense to me to have lily pads in a marsh field. I've never seen that before. Maybe that does happen. Not marsh field, in just marshes. Let's put a little bit of this brown over there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take the orange. Yeah, I mean this, can you see how the colour is not really showing because the paper is so saturated here. It's not, you know, really working. It's mixing here. I've lost my darks. Oh, well, I can still put some darks up in there and down in here. Okay. You won't see as much detail as it goes back. And this is a bit light, so here's orangey. And here. Okay. Didn't know if anyone would buy this. You know, if anyone's like, oh, this is nice, or if this is, don't know, because this is my main job, it's hard for me to get away from thinking in terms of sales. Will this sell? Because, you know, this is how I earn my money. So, you know, this isn't just a hobby for me. This is my job. So yeah, I find the downside is me always thinking, ooh, is this gonna sell? Is this good enough to sell? But then the silly thing is, it's art, right? And there's no judge what's good to sell and what isn't. You know, it's art. Putting on some of my art guard. Now I've got clean fingers. I've just had to wash them because this is really bugging me. So I think what I will do is just come in with some Sky and get rid of that little nib like that. I will fix that in a minute. Just giving it a few seconds for my hands, because you can't get this paper wet. I wonder how it works with fixative actually. Okay, let's put in, okay, so my water, this is weird. What's going on here? It's a bit zhub-zhubby. That's not really working out. So I'm going to try close up, bring this out and close up in there like that. That was a red. I actually haven't used it anywhere else, so let's put a bit of it here, and I'm going to put a bit of it in here also. Here needs a bit. All right, then some of this green, Mount Vision. Why is it not making any marks? Oh, there we go. I obviously had a funny side to it. Okay. All green sort of here, and then the water. Okay. Gold. Let's put in some of this amber color. May come in and put so less detail the further you go. But here I can put in some grasses. Okay. Now let's put in this water. Clean my hand off a little bit. So let's use the same colors we've got in the sky. This is a Mount Vision, by the way. I suppose the nice thing about the sky with the clouds is, of course, the reflections in the water. That is because the sky was so busy. Okay, and it gets really dark. I actually think I need to, whoops. I need to put in some more sky. Clouds, sorry, not sky. I mean clouds. Let's use a bit. Let's see, what greys do we have? Bluey greys. Like here. What's this color? It looks weird. Doesn't look very good, does it? Let me... It's weird. Usually clouds don't, you know, intimidate me so much, but these, I'm having a hard time making sense here. Maybe this needs to go up off the page. I'm just going to take white. For some of these clouds. Like, what is going on there? No idea. Let's just fluff them a little bit, maybe. So it's not so... Can't help getting my finger in there. Just, don't know. Just makes it better. Okay, now down in here, let's take some of this bluey grey. So what is this? This is 643. Oopsie. Gonna add a bit of that. And then it gets darker as we come down and around the water. Let's use this blue. This is from the neutral set. Just thinking about, it actually needs to be darker. Pulling this down in here because, you know, this is going to be reflections on the water. So it's got to have that look. And this is really dark. Probably can even go a bit darker than that with the blue, but what about, shall we try this one? Okay, now, you know what I've did that I shouldn't have done? I'll tell you what I did that I shouldn't have done. If I put yellow on here, is that gonna go green? I'm gonna get a little bit of this yellow that down. Feel like lost some darks here, so let's just put those in. And here it's pretty dark. And here, oops. Okay, gonna take some of the sky color. Whoops, this is going wonky because actually I've got it's clipped a little bit, it's dented. See, so now it's got a little dent in there. And some this is looking weird in there. I'm gonna take this pale yellow. I might just put a bit of that here, dot it around a little bit because I want to put a little bit of it there, and in here. Let's go darker. So that dark I used, this is too purple. Or not. See how this has made a doodah. Look at that. That's no good, is it? Oh no. Okay, so basically this paper you cannot dent. I need to bring that blue look calm. Let's bring these back down, and this one. Let's just make this bank clear again so we know what's water reflection and what is bank. And this side. So my thoughts on the paper. It's actually not as horrendous as what I remembered. So that's really good. I kind of actually quite enjoyed it. I don't know if it's because I do enjoy trying new things, and especially if it works. Like, I don't think the finished painting's horrendous. I'm actually quite pleased with it. So I'm like, oh, well, this, you know, it may be, when I used this paper, it must have been about 2.5, 3 years ago. Obviously, my painting skills have moved on a little bit from there. So perhaps that's what it is, that, you know, I'm able to work paper more to my advantage because I have a more of a skill set now than when I first started. So now this paper, I really think that's actually quite a nice painting. Now, I wonder if that reflection, Sherbet Herbert, I need to move that over. So let's get that white. It's gonna be here, isn't it? That's a bit silly, isn't it? Whoopsie daisy. But it's bright noonday sun, so it is kind of going everywhere. This is the white. Don't quite know what I'm thinking about that, but that's better. I'm just gonna add some more of this just down in here. Terry Ludwig. And again, just didn't actually use any of this more ready brown. 581. Maybe just add a bit of that ready. And then a bit of gold. Yeah. It can't all go the same way because it just looks daft, as they say. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's okay. Just this, look how hard it is to like get rid of the texture of the paper. You know. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over with this blue because I may have made this a bit too purple, you know, and there's no, this purple isn't anywhere else. So I'm just thinking can't get any more layers on there. That is what you call saturated. I want to bring in some of this grey also. I'm pressing quite hard. I just felt like it was looking a bit too purple. I really like this. Let's bring this down again. Okay, and that is done. No, it's not. No, it's not done. You know what's odd? Wow, this whole bank, it's the shape is too wrong. I've lost this. So just putting that in there. Isn't that interesting? Oops, my hubby's home, so a few strokes. Isn't that interesting? It's so important to take a step back. So I didn't even notice that the shape was all, you know, looking a little bit strange. I'm gonna take this green and do a few doodahs along here. The green. And up in here. I can see green here too. Oh, see, there's a dent here, and so the pastel is sitting in this dent, which is really quite annoying. And I lost my darks again, so just putting them in. Oh man, so annoyed by that. Maybe if I go round. Okay. I don't like that either. Maybe let's take just some lighter grasses. That's what's missing. I'm going to take this peachy 302. Put just some. Whoa. Just going to add little hints. All these, oh. Of these lighter grasses. Like that. Yeah. Okay. And that is now done.